Who is on your Mount Rushmore of people? 4 people. Any 4 people. And they can't be someone you're in a relationship with or a family member.
Can it be someone I know?
Yes, but it can't be a family member or someone you're in a romantic relationship
it's a weird
with.
Carve out.
No, because it just gets rid of all of the like, well, my girlfriend got to be on there, and like, it gets rid of all.
Mom.
It gets rid of all like the. Well, if I don't put them, what am I
Can
saying?
it be someone I've had a romantic relationship with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My ex-girlfriend before that. My ex-girlfriend before that.
Sea Dog VA.
My Mount Rushmore of
It's a hard question.
people. They have to be alive?
No,
I had 2 musicians on mine, and I was like, well, I'm wasting slots.
they don't need to be alive.
See, that makes it way harder.
Carl
then.
Jacob.
Carl Jacobs.
And this is your personal. And if the way you interpret that is
Wow.
like, you put on the fucking guy who invented sanitation, then sure, you can do that because it's like a big net gain for society. But it's more fun if it's just like
Personal.
your
Yeah,
personal
yeah.
Mount
What if
Rushmore.
it's the guy that beat the shit out of you in elementary school and taught you about consequence in life?
I
Right?
don't think
Like,
that's what I
he
learned
mocked me
from
again if I
that.
put him on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, but now he's dead. I don't know. he died in jail.
This happened to you?
Okay. Can it be a fictional character?
How about we all get to add one
No,
Mount Rushmore?
no, he
we
said
had
no.
this conversation.
Because Aiden was begging to put
I was-
Mario.
How has no one made a Mount Rushmore of us?
What the
Not one.
fuck does that even
It's
mean?
just a layup. There's 4 white guys. You just put them on a rock.
You just put us up
I've
there.
never
think
seen
it's
that
'cause
Photoshop.
Because Mount Rushmore is a collection of past guys. It's not 4 guys
This
that
is,
hung out.
by the way, the new trend is you
Who's
make
on the
a
Mount Rushmore of the art?
yeah,
you make an AI Mount Rushmore.
yeah, and then post it on
Yeah.
Dexerto and shit.
I said what fictional characters? I was told no, so I'm like,
which is
okay, well,
bullshit.
I can put.
It's bullshit, I said no?
What
Yeah.
about fictional characters that are played by like real actors? I'm like, can I put John Wick on? And then Nick said no, and then I
I
said,
said, but you can put on Keanu Reeves dressed as
and
John
then
Wick.
I said, okay, Keanu Reeves dressed as John Wick. That's fine.
That's a horrible
And then
one.
I said, well, what if it's Mario, but it's Keanu Reeves dressed up as Mario?
I said,
but I
no.
say he's Mario.
But you said-
okay, I
but
can't
you
say
said
that.
Chris Pratt
But then I said,
Mario.
See how he
okay,
does.
what if I did Chris Pratt dressed up as Mario
I said
because he
that's
voiced
fine.
Mario in the movie, and I can do that.
That's-
So I feel like it's a little
okay,
inconsistent.
I understand not having fictional characters. Ultimately, this would just be having Chris Pratt on your thing, which would
Yes.
be embarrassing.
no,
yeah.
Chris Pratt dressed up as
That's
Mario.
still embarrassing.
That's still Chris Pratt.
It's still, unfortunately, it's still Chris Pratt because Mario looks different than him.
Dude, that's so dumb. What about Charles Martinet
We could all put our own.
dressed up as Mario?
We could all put our one person on.
I know one. I have one.
Tom Brady.
Hey, he voiced the bomb on.
I wouldn't put
Dude,
Tom
you know
Brady
that?
on.
What?
That got cracked in '64. That guy who does all the '64 stuff. If you replace Mario's voice line sound file, it also replaces the bomb sound file.
What?
So it's just a pitch shifted version of Mario.
I did not know that.
Maybe I would put Tom Brady.
I'm saying.
You'd put Tom Brady.
I think for athlete, I might.
That's your edition.
Tom left his family behind.
Well,
Brady.
now we got to put his kid on, or else he's gonna have no one to kiss
No
in
one-
heaven.
It's Tom Brady kissing
putting
his
Brady
son.
and his kid kissing on the Mount Rushmore.
I would
It
not do
counts as
that.
one person on rock.
I think Tom Brady would be the only athlete I'd put on. Yeah,
Sakurai.
Masahiro
Sakurai, that's mine.
Sakurai-chan.
Sakurai is a good one.
a
I
good
just
one.
started watching his YouTube videos.
Yeah,
Really?
like the game design ones.
Yeah, but not the nerdy ones. He does like just story time ones.
No.
Because I'm not gonna make a game anytime soon.
Wait, so we're each picking one. You pick Tom Brady. You pick Sakurai.
No, I don't pick Tom Brady for this.
What the hell would they even talk about?
Tom Brady and Sakurai.
You're so invested in how they hang out on the mountain.
Yeah, I like to think that
They're
anyone
spending
on
a lot
Mount
of time
Rushmore is put into a special place in heaven
Like Toy Story.
or hell, where they must hang out for eternity.
I like evil Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
The 4 worst
The
people.
part underground.
Like, yeah, like you're making a ranking of the worst
All
people in your life.
time?
Yeah.
I think it's too easy.
Really? No,
Yeah.
because Hitler's a layup.
Aiden, Patreon.
It's more like it would have to be more personal, like your personal evil
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you
Wow,
did like
so
a,
Hitler didn't commit a great
if you did
evil
a,
to
if
you
you did a real
personally.
Mount Rushmore of evil people, it's Hitler.
What, Genghis Khan?
I don't know, man. Like it's not that deep. You can't. No one cancel each other for not putting Hitler on. Look, if Hitler's not on your main,
You kind of need
Here,
Hitler.
I'll give you
on
guys.
your Mount
I'm
Rushmore.
putting Hitler on one of my Mount Rushmores, and I'm not telling you which
tell
one.
you what.
You need Hitler on the evil one. Okay,
What if it's just 5 and Hitler has a permanent slot? So you just no one has to deal
No
with
one
any
has
bullshit.
to deal with the question.
Yeah,
of putting Hitler.
yeah. He just has. I
I feel like it's not paying respects.
Oh my god, bro.
How about we make Hitler carve it, and he has to use like a fork.
He used to work really
Like
hard.
he's Sisyphus.
Yeah.
But every time he gets close, a rainstorm erodes all his work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do Greek mythological characters count?
No.
I would pick Jesus Christ then.
Does Jesus Christ count?
No.
Why
But
not?
Jesus was alive.
Well, yes, Jesus Christ does count.
Because he's just a man in the sky.
Oh, you believe the man in the sky?
He's just a man
Yeah,
in the
I put-
sky.
No, Jesus does count.
I put Jesus fucking Christ on my Mount Rushmore.
Shut the fuck up.
that
No, you
would
don't.
rule.
You're so stupid.
Jesus Christ.
You guys are talking about the performative aspects of having the Mount Rushmore instead of people who are
already
carrying.
did this in Brazil.
I put Muhammad on because he was the last prophet. So,
Yeah, and what is it? A big fucking pixelated face?
yeah, it would just be blurred because
Yeah, and Aiden's going through and he's like, yeah, so the first three you do Jesus and then Mohammed. You guys got that one. I'm not really sure
If
how
we're
that
putting
works.
fictional people on, I want to put the Tickle Monster on the evil Mount Rushmore.
Evil leaders.
That guy scares the shit out of me.
Okay.
Solid. Is
I
it
knew
tickle?
Mao Zedong was coming.
Gay test. Is the
Wait,
tickle
can we
monster
take
on this?
can we take the ultimate gay test?
I get this ad a lot.
Jesus.
But I just actually should not have said
We're
that
gonna
out
get a
loud.
fucking virus.
Wait, let's do the,
How gay are you?
what is your gay meter? Wait, hold on. Which one is it?
Yeah,
What
do
is-
gay meter.
Wait,
Do
there's
gay
an
meter.
ad for the gay quiz on the gay quiz website? Dude, this is
Dude,
malware.
this is
That's
scaring me.
dark.
Yeah, maybe not.
Let's
Who's yours? Your Mount Rushmore.
This
I
is
didn't
a
even
bad
finish
list.
it.
No way Bin Laden cracks top 5. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, this is a
I like how Hirohito 7.
Muhammad,
Muhammad at 8? I actually don't really know what he did.
Kim Jong Il, Leopold II. What an interesting. Elon Musk,
the newcomers.
Saddam.
Oh no, these are like publicly voted, I guess.
Oh no, Ivan's got to be up there. Ivan's got some pretty bad ones.
Oh,
Damn,
Obama. Dude, this is crazy.
No, he did blow up a hospital.
Come
Who
on.
hasn't?
Top 15. We're talking all time though.
Lenin. That's so interesting.
I
know.
do think it's fucking funny to throw Elon Musk in there. Wait, okay, so
Attila the Hun below Obama.
go back.
Dick Cheney cracking the
Go
top
back
20.
to our Mount Rushmore. We have
How come there's not-
Sakurai.
Is that evil people?
Yeah.
What about like Ted Bundy and shit? Why are they not on? What?
No,
Because they're kind of
voted.
low
Are we
impact.
only on fucking like most amount of people? Is it
I
really
think-
a quantity over?
I feel like
I think
it
it's the amount of
is.
people
I think
affected,
it-
yeah.
right?
Wow.
But like if Ted Bundy
Like, what did
had
Ted Bundy do?
He was
Killed,
eating
like,
their-
36
he was
people, I
eating
think.
their butts.
They're just eating their butts and
Eating their
shit.
butts.
he killed like 36
Yeah.
people, mostly like women.
But he was doing it's like he was doing it for the love of the game.
He was, but you could argue Pol Pot was also doing it for the love of the game. A lot of these guys actually
Mao
were.
Zedong,
That-
100%.
Believe it or not, both UW alumni.
Pol Pot.
Pol Pot.
Wow.
Not their
Not a lot of
politics.
people
They
talk-
loved the game.
Dude, he was in McMahon dormitory. Shit.
Yeah, the Mount Rushmore is hard. You start running out of spots.
Who's yours?
I was like Trent Reznor and Josh Homme because I like their music a lot, which is like kind of lame. And then I was
you
like,
said-
I couldn't think of anything else after
You
that.
said George Carlin.
George
yeah.
Carlin because I read his books as a kid, but that's also kind of like it just ends up with like the most Reddit like
Yeah.
list.
What's the issue?
Hold on,
My
the
Mount
air.
Rushmore, Vinny Paz, let's see,
Yeah.
R.A. the Rugged Man.
Aesop Rock.
Let's see, Idea and Abilities, that
Red
count as
Food.
one. Slug from Atmosphere.
you're like-
God, I can't think of, that's too many.
That's how I feel about my
Red
own.
Foo. But as a
Red
tennis
Foo,
player,
actually, Red Foo's on mine.
as a tennis
That's your
player,
4.
not a musician.
That's your 4. Well, when you first asked the question, you were like, "What is sort of the representation of yourself?" And I think that's a nice way of phrasing the question.
And
to
then you
not
put
make
Muhammad?
it so broad, huh?
And you put Muhammad?
Yeah, because he's the last prophet.
It represents you.
Yeah.
Because you'll be the last of your line.
He's not allowed to put. Here's why the
I would-
fictional character thing is bad because he should be allowed to put Funky Kong on his.
Whoa.
That's on
Well,
God.
Funky Kong was a real man.
Yeah, and he flew
Much like
planes.
Jesus H. Christ.
Much like Jesus H.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ. He flew
Yeah, mine
planes
would be
made of
Funky
barrels.
Kong,
The real
the
life of
terrorist
Funky
from
Kong.
Counter-Strike 2.